Welcome to Mission San Juan Capistrano, the seventh of 9 founded by Father Junipero Serra, and the seventh of 21 missions in the California mission system. Every day upon the opening, our bells toll in his honor and memory as a California founder and a person of significant religious history. We're so pleased you chose to come here today. The mission is a place of inspiration, education, and preservation.
Welcome to Mission San Juan Capistrano, historic landmark and museum. We hope this presentation will help you learn more about the mission. But don't just take our word for it. You'll want to see it all with your own eyes. If you need help, our staff is available at the front gate to tell you about our audio tours, group-led docent tours, and our upcoming traveling and permanent exhibits. Daily activities, festivals, interactive demonstrations, and concerts are all listed in the Today Guide. Be sure to get your free copy at the front gate. Long before the Spanish explorers colonized the Americas, the Ahachaman tribe inhabited this land. In the mid-1700s, about 1,000 Native Americans, later called Juaneños, hunted, fished, and lived in the region. Father Junipero Serra, a Spanish priest, founded Mission San Juan Capistrano in 1776. It was the seventh in a chain of 21 missions established during the Spanish colonization of the West, which is now California. The mission was named after St. John of Capistrano, an Italian saint. Construction of the mission began in 1797 and took more than 9 years to complete. When the Great Stone Church was finished in 1806, it was the largest stone church west of the Mississippi River and the largest structure built by the Spanish during their 65 years in California. High in the tower of the Great Stone Church, the sound of the bells regulated the daily activities of mission life. The bells called the community together for meals, religious services, work, funerals, and announced special visitors. During a morning mass on December 8, 1812, an earthquake crumbled the church walls. 3 domes and the bell tower collapsed, killing 40 worshipers. The stone church was never rebuilt. Its majestic ruins stood alone against a background of rolling hills and barren land for almost a century. Native American artwork, called frescoes, can still be seen along the inside of the remaining dome. The half circles in the walls, called niches, held statues of saints. Completed in 1782, Serra Chapel is the only remaining mission church in California where Father Serra celebrated Mass. In 1845, Juan Forster and his partner John McKinley purchased the mission for $710 at a public auction from Forster's brother-in-law, Pio Pico, who was the last Mexican governor of Alta California. Forster lived on the mission grounds with his family. After the war between Mexico and the United States, ownership of the mission was returned to the church by President Abraham Lincoln only 3 weeks before his death. During the later 1800s, when gold seekers rushed to California in search of wealth, the mission grounds decayed.
Our family's been blessed to own a place called Rancho Mission Viejo. And if you really think about it and you really study the history of California, the lands which make up Rancho Mission Viejo were originally the mission lands. And so in 1882, my great-grandfather bought what was then called Rancho Santa Margarita y Las Flores, which in many ways were the lands of the San Luis Rey Mission and the lands of the mission here in San Juan Capistrano. So we've been tied to the mission my entire life, or for almost over 130 years. Some of my earliest recollections and memories are visiting the mission with my grandmother, who first came to Rancho Mission Viejo, the lands of Rancho Mission Viejo in 1900. And so as a young person, a young boy, I would come to visit her friends in San Juan Capistrano, and we would always visit the mission. So the mission has been a big part of, selfishly, of my life, but our family's world forever.
In the early 1920s, Father John O'Sullivan, with the help of the Landmarks Club, restored the Serra Chapel and added a beautiful golden altar made in Barcelona, Spain, during the 17th century. The chapel roof was raised in order to accommodate the new altar. The 18th century paintings that adorn the walls are also from Spain, along with a painting of St. John of Capistrano, the Italian saint for whom the mission is named. The side chapel is dedicated to Saint Peregrine, the patron saint of cancer sufferers. At the entryway is an original baptismal font, which was once used in the Great Stone Church. More than 2,000 Native Americans were baptized in this font.
My name is Monsignor Arthur Holquin, and I am the pastor here at Mission San Juan Capistrano. And it is a great joy and a wonderful privilege for me to extend a word of welcome to all of you who gather here to visit this historic site here in Southern California. I am the 34th successor after Blessed Junipero Serra, who was the founder of this mission on November 1st, 1776. And it is a unique privilege for me to pastor this incomparable and historic community. We not only have these beautiful historic elements to our mission, the historic Serra Chapel, the ruins of the Great Stone Church, the beautiful cloister area and gardens, but this is also a very active parish of over 3,000 households. It is a bilingual parish. We have both English and Spanish masses. And we also extend our arms of welcome to people who come from all over the United States and the world, not only to visit here this mission, but also to worship with us in the Basilica Church. No matter where I go, and people ask me, Monsignor, where are you stationed, or where are you pastoring? And I will say, I'm at Mission San Juan Capistrano. Invariably, their eyes light up and they say, I know about Mission San Juan Capistrano. Do the swallows really return? It is that unique element that's part of the tradition of this community that has made this mission famous throughout the world. And it's a door that opens for me to tell them the fuller story of this great mission. And it's one that I share with great joy and with great gladness.
The Swallows legend all started with a story told by Father John O'Sullivan about how the swallows returned every year to the mission on St. Joseph's Day, March 19th. It was published in a book entitled Capistrano Nights. After hearing about the return of the swallows on the radio, Leon Rene was inspired to write a song about the return of the swallows in the 1930s.
When the swallows come back to Capistrano, that's the day you promised to come back to me.
When the Swallows Come Back to Capistrano became famous worldwide, and so did the mission. The central courtyard remains as the heart of mission life, and the place where festivals, concerts, and other community activities are hosted. Rebuilt in the 1970s on the foundation of the original building, the West Wing Museum is dedicated to the Juaneño Native Americans and provides a glimpse of their lives prior to the arrival of the Spanish, and a traveling exhibit space as well, where temporary exhibits are showcased. The sunken wine vat, where Native American boys would crush grapes to make wines for the sacraments, was connected to another vat outside the wall. A $10 million seismic and archaeological restoration of the Great Stone Church was completed in 2004, almost 200 years after it was built. The bell wall, also called the campanario, held the mission bells after the earthquake of 1812. In the 1990s, the two large bells on the bell wall were recast from the original bells, which date back to 1796. The original bells are on display next to the bell tower foundation, where they originally hung. The two small bells date back to 1804. The mission bells are still used today on special occasions, such as St. Joseph's Day, and to announce the annual return of the swallows.
The Mission Preservation Foundation is an organization of local businessmen, a board of directors comprised of people that really care about the mission, that help preserve the integrity and the landmark status of the mission. We raise funds to stabilize the mission, and our latest project has been the Gateway building in front of the mission. The gift shop is real important here at the mission because people come looking for religious articles, mission memorabilia, something to take home from their visit to the mission. It is our hope and belief that it will be one of the major underwriting factors of the mission, thereby allowing us to do projects that we could only dream about in the past. I've been to every one of the missions all throughout California when my oldest was in the 4th grade. And this is the real mission. This is the true jewel of the mission. It's a wonderful place to be. There's so much to do here. Our exhibits are unbelievable. The grounds are beautiful. The staff here is so friendly. Our docents are so knowledgeable. The gift shop is, if you're looking for something to buy for that person special, this is the place to come. It's in historic San Juan Capistrano, which again is second to none.
Before your next trip, visit our website at missionsjc.com in order to take advantage of our daily free activities. Audio tours, basket weaving demonstrations, garden tours, and Touch the Past hands-on exhibits are all included free with your admission. The mission receives no state or church funding and must charge an admission fee in order to remain open as a place of peace, history, beauty, and education. We thank you for coming.
As you leave, I hope you'll consider joining the Mission Preservation Society, making a small donation to the Adopt a Class program to support low-income students, or serving as an ambassador as you go forward in your life, telling the good news that the mission here in San Juan Capistrano is a place of inspiration, education, and preservation, and continues to be relevant in the 21st century. As we say to all of our visitors, vaya con Dios, or go with God.